In a bid to prevent an indefinite strike by organized labor over negotiation for petrol subsidy palliatives, the federal government met with the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, in Abuja. The Minister for Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, who sent the invites to the leadership of the NLC, said it is important that the union sits with governments to resolve pending matters towards averting disruption to the economy. Let's hear from the NLC and the minister.
Here, that belief that something will happen, but that doubt, that trust gap is yet to be filled for a long time now, and it calls for lamentation. We agree with you that there is need for productivity and for an all-inclusive engagement. And we talked about the effect of the strike that might have taken place in the last few weeks or months. I think we should look at it from the point of cause and effect. The strike is an effect of a policy that doesn't have much base. There was no strike before the issue of removal of fuel subsidy and promises. In fact, it was the government that said, ask for palliative, ask for wage. And we have asked for it. We couldn't get any.
I appear before you today not just as a representative of the government, but as an advocate for constructive dialogue, aspiring to understand your concerns and working hand in hand to find lasting solutions that benefit all Nigerians. I fully acknowledge and appreciate the invaluable role the NLC plays in championing for the rights and welfare of our workers. Your dedication and tireless advocacy have been critical in shaping a fair and inclusive work environment and ensuring the well-being of our workforce. We acknowledge the valid grievances that have fueled the recent labor crisis, and we are committed to addressing them in a just and equitable manner.
All right. Julie, Simon Lalong, former governor of Plateau State, now replacing
Little man.
Ngige. And let's see what he will do.
He's coming at a very difficult time because the former leadership of NSC was much more sedate, much more...
The Abdullahi Waba.
Yes, much more peace-loving than the current leadership. You can see, although he has toned down on
the rhetoric.
Yes, you know, we condemn him here that, look, we've had labor leaders in Soshomole and the rest. They were not talking like this, and yet they got the job done. So he has, Asansumon, the greatest of them all. But he has come down now. We no longer see him using those insults, those vile words that I was using in the past. But now, Lalong must know that labor has a responsibility to deliver the best for its members. The workers, yeah. And they have a man now who is determined to let everyone know that he's not ready to play. So you just have to get the job done. Where Ayuba Waba will be polite. This person is not prepared to be polite. And he has every reason to even be angry. Because politically, let's even start politically, is on the opposing side to the government. The tendency that this government represents. Somebody who can attend political rallies of a particular presidential candidate, you know where his interest is. So he's already self-motivated to fight them. He's already self-motivated to fight them. And that's why the promises that they have made, they must settle down and fulfill those promises. Yeah. Nobody will continue to blame Ajero if he continues to take these people on, or he wants to bring workers out for another round of strikes. Government has to do its own duty. People are going through a lot. People are suffering. Take steps that will alleviate these sufferings. Once you do that, Ajero will have nothing to complain about. He will merely just wait for another election where he can, of course, support his candidate again. But to not do what you promised, whereas a committee was set up, it's not what NLC wants to hear. They want to see concrete steps. And I am on their side on this matter. Government has to move fast. You know?
That's moving fast. GKB, they've said it since the removal of fuel subsidy, since May 29 to this time, it's enough time to have, you know, gotten some things in clear terms. Oh, from this time to this time, we start implementing this new minimum wage, or we start doing this, or that the compressed natural gas that was, you know, that things would have been moving by now. A lot of people feel that these things are not forthcoming.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that the government is overwhelmed in trying to do the deliverables. We need to, of course, set up timelines. And I agree with Labour that this must be measurable timelines over a period of time.
Yes.
Because you cannot now simply tell them that we are going to do this. And 3 months down the line, nothing has been done.
Now you have ministers in place.
So you cannot now blame that there are no ministers when you have a minister. And the minister himself cannot blame anybody because he swore to do the job. And has been on the job now for close to 2-3 weeks. So by now, there should be a roadmap that I can give to Labour. That's okay, between now and the end of October, this is where we will be. And then we'll do the new salary between X and Y. And after that is done, we'll deliver on the CNG from Y to Z. So it's not something that you have to wait and then move away from without the reality that we face. I think Labour, despite the rocky beginnings, have been very accommodating to the demands of the federal government to be patient. But sooner or later, patience will run out. Because Labour, like I said on this program before, we need to even, apart from the federal government, there's a need for Labour to also hold governors accountable for the palliatives that they promised. And local government administration as well. Because we keep putting everything at the very top. Governors were giving more money during the last thing that they shared.
Yes.
What happened to that money?
They've been taking more money than before.
So some governors are buying cars for musicians. Some are buying cars for traditional rulers. That's not the next thing. The next thing is to make the poor man who is carrying the brunt of these changes get some relief. And to Labour, this looks more like business as usual. And that's why the job of the minister is cut off for him. If Labour is not going to go on strike, sooner or later Nigeria will turn.
Do the needful and stop the strike.
Yeah, what we're saying now, the strike threat now is now becoming like something that is recurring that might not be too effective right now again, because I don't know the level of their mobilization for their last warning strike in Lagos. But I am in Lagos. I can tell you that the 2 days failed.
Yes, it's difficult. You can see that even the private sector has been saying they don't want a strike. They are going through a lot already.
Yeah.
They are finding it difficult to even achieve profitability or even break even.
To even buy.
Break even is a problem. Now you are talking about a strike. They don't want a strike, and they've made it clear that no, not at this time. So, but strike is a peaceful means of getting government to honor its obligation to workers and by extension the citizenry. So they need to move quickly and ensure that Nigerians begin to see. If we want, let's even the conversation about the minimum wage, let it start now. Let it start.
Beyond conversation.
No, it has to start about, I mean, minimum wage is not something that you decide quickly. But let the conversation even start. I've not even seen
proposal.
Yes, that, okay, this is
okay, what the minimum we are talking about,
so
what we are suggesting.
And a long time ago,
since May 29, they removed the hike.
Discussed about that a long time ago. So by now, they should be talking about, okay, what are we likely to pay? Let's see where Labour stands on this matter. You know,
And see what we can
We know
afford.
that there will be a lot of back and forth.
Because we have not had minimum wage for years, whereas the Constitution says that every
5
4
years.
years. Is it 4 or 5?
5.
5 years that we should have a minimum wage. You know? The last one was delayed.
30,000
But
naira.
Goodluck Jonathan did it, but President Buhari wasted so much time, exceeding even the time that the Constitution stipulates to come with a minimum wage. Now, a new minimum wage has been due for some time. So we need to discuss it.
All right.